In the control room at Jiangcheng Second High School, the teachers, principal, and director Zhang are all glued to the large monitoring screen. The display of Jingming's power leaves everyone speechless. None of them expected an attack of such scale and intensity from a student they once believed to possess only an E-class ability. Director Zhang, witnessing the spectacle with his own eyes, begins to realize that Principal Zhao's earlier report about Jingming's low-level ability might have been wrong. What stands before them now is a level of strength far beyond anything an E-class could produce. Another instructor, deeply astonished, points out that judging by the destructive force and precision of Jingming's thunder, he could easily annihilate a high-tier rank 1 ferocious beast in an instant, and might even be capable of clashing evenly with a rank 2 boss-level creature. He explains that even most A-class ability users would find it nearly impossible to achieve such results, which makes Jingming's display even more unbelievable. Hearing this, Principal Zhao becomes overwhelmed with confusion. He cannot understand how Jingming's power could have advanced to this level without anyone noticing. He starts to wonder if what they are witnessing is a result of an ability mutation, something extremely rare but capable of altering a person's entire power system. Regardless of the cause, one thing becomes clear to him after what they have just witnessed. The name Jingming will spread throughout Great Xia, shaking the nation's martial world. Back on the battlefield, Jingming continues his fight against the massive, bloodthirsty savage bear. Despite launching several precise strikes with his spear, the attacks barely leave a scratch on the creature's body. The wounds are shallow, almost superficial. As he studies the results, Jingming confirms his earlier assumption. The bear is not just any ordinary second-rank beast, but a rare subspecies among rank 2 ferocious creatures. Its dense bristles act like armor, completely resistant to blades and spears, and more importantly, the creature's body does not conduct electricity, making Jingming's thunder-based attacks much less effective. Realizing this, Jingming quickly analyzes the situation and concludes that with his current level of strength, defeating the bloodthirsty violent bear in a single blow would be extremely difficult, especially since it means crossing 2 entire power tiers. He knows he will have to rely on endurance, strategy, and precision instead of brute force. Before he can fully adjust his plan, the bear lets out a deafening roar that echoes through the entire core zone. Its massive body glows faintly red as a wave of violent energy surges through it. The beast has activated its berserk skill. The transformation happens so suddenly that Jingming is caught off guard. He feels the air pressure shift violently, and from the bear's movements, he can tell that its speed and strength have increased dramatically. At that moment, Jingming realizes the truth. The bloodthirsty, violent bear is no longer just defending itself. It now genuinely hates him. The bloodthirsty savage bear's attacks grow even faster and more violent, forcing Jingming to move with full focus and precision. Each swing of the creature's massive claws tears through the air with frightening force, and Jingming has to dodge continuously to avoid being crushed. The intensity of the bear's strikes astonishes him, though he already understands that a ferocious beast in a berserk state naturally gains tremendous strength and speed. Through his observation, Jingming realizes that the bear has now completely lost its already limited intelligence. It has become nothing more than a raging killing machine that acts purely on instinct. Knowing this, he understands that clashing head-on would be far too dangerous. Instead, he decides to avoid the creature's sharp attacks and rely on his agility to keep his distance. His plan is to move strategically and wait for the right opportunity to land a decisive blow. After stalling for several minutes and studying the bear's movement pattern, Jingming finally gathers his energy and unleashes the 9 heavens' divine lightning. The purple thunder roars through the air, engulfing the bear in a storm of divine power. However, to his surprise, the attack barely affects the creature. Even after half a minute of continuous lightning strikes, the bear stands tall, its thick, bristled hide absorbing most of the damage. Jingming is shocked to see that even his strongest ability fails to pierce the bear's defense. Still, he remains calm. He quickly realizes that brute force alone will not bring victory. Waiting patiently, he lets the bear exhaust some of its strength while observing its behavior. The moment the beast begins to activate its paralysis skill, Jingming sees his chance. Channeling all his remaining energy, he summons the power of his lightning gale magic at its advanced level. The air trembles as the lightning surges violently, and within seconds, a massive explosion erupts across the entire battlefield. The ground shakes, dust fills the air, and when the light fades, the bloodthirsty savage bear lies defeated. Jingming's system instantly updates, granting him 24 additional ability points. A wave of relief washes over him as he realizes the fight is finally over. It had been far more demanding than he expected, forcing him to upgrade his lightning gale from beginner to advanced just to claim victory. Even so, he feels grateful and proud that his power held strong when it mattered most. Back at the monitoring center, the teachers and students watching the broadcast are in complete disbelief. Director Zhang's expression shifts from astonishment to excitement as he declares that Xu Jingming has practically secured that year's provincial championship title in advance. He recalls that the previous year's top scorer had achieved a little over 8,000 points, but Jingming's current record is far beyond that. Although the battle lasts barely 2 minutes, Jingming finds it to be the most exhilarating and intense fight of his entire life. He takes a deep breath, letting the adrenaline fade, and begins to wonder how many points he will have after completely clearing the ferocious beasts in the entire core area. By the time the final phase of the combat exam approaches, Jingming's total score reaches an astonishing 10,835 points, while Zhou Mingyang remains at 1,103 points, and Wu Hao at 945 points. The massive gap leaves everyone stunned. No one at Zhangcheng Second High School, or even across the whole Jiangnan province, can believe what they are seeing. Jingming hasn't just broken a school record, he has completely shattered the provincial record. Jingming checks the time and realizes that the combat exam is almost over. He does not have much time left. After a quick thought, he decides that since he has already eliminated every fierce beast in the innermost circle and the core area, his next goal should be to head back to the central area and defeat as many remaining beasts as possible before time runs out. Determined not to waste a single second, he begins making his way out of the innermost zone. A few minutes later, Tang Qi and the rest of the team arrive at the scene. The destruction left behind speaks for itself. The massive Tier 2 Beast King lies motionless. Tang Qi can hardly believe her eyes. She never imagined that Jingming could single-handedly slay such a powerful creature. The realization fills her with both admiration and disbelief. Mingyang, standing beside her, looks confused as he watches Jingming walking away. He wonders why Jingming is still pushing forward when he already holds first place by a huge margin. To him, Jingming has nothing left to prove, yet he keeps going instead of ending the exam early, like everyone else. Meng Di studies Jingming's movement carefully and notices the direction he is taking. From his path, she can tell that he is heading straight toward the central area. The thought shocks her deeply. She realizes that Jingming is not satisfied with his current score. He intends to clear out the remaining beasts completely. The idea sounds almost impossible, yet seeing what Jingming has already accomplished, she knows he might actually do it. At this point, even Mingyang can no longer doubt Jingming's ability. He knows that with the speed and strength Jingming possesses, he truly has the power to achieve what no other student can. But that also means that if they do not move quickly, Jingming will wipe out all the remaining beasts before they can even earn a single extra point in the last hour. Understanding the urgency, Mingyang suggests that everyone split up and go individually to secure whatever points they can before the exam ends. Without hesitation, they all start running in the same direction that Jingming is heading. An hour later, the official broadcast announces the end of the 2037 Jiangcheng Martial Arts College entrance examination. The voice over the speakers instructs all candidates to return immediately, reminding them that any beasts killed after this point will no longer add to their scores. Tang Qi breathes a sigh of relief, finally letting go of the tension that had built up throughout the exam. Another student nearby complains bitterly, regretting that he failed to kill a beast that had just escaped him moments before the time ended. Yet another participant celebrates quietly, happy that he managed to pass despite the fierce competition. Meanwhile, Jingming stands silently in the middle of the battlefield, feeling a mixture of disappointment and calm. He is not happy that the exam ended so quickly. Even after achieving a record-breaking score, he still feels unsatisfied, wishing he had more time to fight. For him, the thrill of battle and the drive to test his limits mean more than just points or rankings. Soon after, all the candidates begin returning to the base camp. The atmosphere is filled with both excitement and exhaustion as students share their experiences. When Tang Qi reunites with her aunt, the older woman can hardly believe that the legendary Su Jingming she just saw on the broadcast is actually her niece's cousin. She asks for confirmation, and Tang Qi nods, admitting that he truly is her relative. Immediately, her aunt asks for Jingming's contact information, eager to reach out to him. However, Tang Qi refuses at first, reminding her aunt that she had previously shown no interest in him. With a teasing smile, Tang Chi says that she will have to think about whether she should share his contact details or not. While they are still discussing, a sudden announcement appears on the students' screens. Jingming is returning to the base. The moment everyone hears this, they all rush out in excitement, eager to catch a glimpse of him. The crowd becomes so intense that some students even start pushing each other just to get closer. As Jingming walks calmly through the crowd, everyone begins shouting his name, cheering and congratulating him for his unbelievable achievement. Their eyes are filled with admiration, treating him like a hero. But Ming Yang, standing among them, wears a stern and slightly bitter expression. Deep down, he feels jealous because he knows that if things had gone differently, it might have been him receiving that attention instead. Wu Hao, standing beside him, notices his expression and tries to console him, reminding him that Jingming's strength is beyond ordinary and that Mingyang still did very well. Mingyang sighs and admits that he is content with his score after all. He says that he never expected anyone from the third high school to produce such a monster-level genius like Jingming. When Jingming reaches the front, the principal steps forward to congratulate him warmly. Smiling with pride, the principal decides to personally introduce Jingming to Director Zhang from the Education Bureau. Jingming greets the director respectfully, and after a short conversation, the principal tells Jingming that he does not need to take the bus back to school. Director Zhang will be giving him a ride himself. Jingming immediately agrees, happy with the idea. He knows that if he were to take the bus, the students would surround him with endless questions, and he wouldn't have a moment of peace. A few minutes later, he enters the director's car. As they drive, Director Zhang starts a friendly conversation, asking Jingming if he has already decided which superpower university he plans to attend. Jingming shakes his head slightly and explains that he has been so focused on improving his strength lately that he hasn't thought much about which university to choose. Director Zhang smiles and assures him that, with results like his, any university in the country would welcome him with open arms. He then explains that although there are hundreds of universities across the nation, most high-level superpower users come from only the top 3. The first is Qingjing Superpower University, located in the vital heartland of Great Xia. It is affiliated with the official organization, meaning that students who graduate can directly enter the national system and serve in key roles. The second is Modu Superpower University, where the current Tier 9 National Guardian graduated from. The school is located in a bustling coastal city with abundant resources and advanced technology. It also has many elite clubs, making it ideal for students who wish to pursue excellence and challenge themselves. The third is Jincheng Superpower University, which has a long history of over 200 years. It preserves ancient traditions and boasts a powerful and experienced faculty, offering a deep and profound atmosphere of learning. Director Zhang adds that all 3 universities possess top-tier superpower cultivation methods that are not made public, making them sacred grounds longed for by countless aspiring students. After listening carefully, Jingming nods with understanding. He tells Director Zhang that he knows awareness alone is not enough. It needs cultivation and proper training to truly evolve into a powerful superpower. But what truly sparks his curiosity is the unknown. He wonders what exactly those top-tier cultivation methods are. Director Zhang explains further that superpower training methods exist in different levels. He describes that with a beginner-level training method, most people with awareness need about 3 to 4 years to advance into superpower users. However, with a top-tier training method, the process becomes much faster. An awakened person can transform into a superpower user within just half a year. He assures Jingming that he does not need to worry because his results are outstanding enough to qualify him for special admission. The director believes that even the top 3 universities will offer him favorable conditions, giving him the freedom to choose whichever one he prefers. After hearing this explanation, Jingming feels grateful and now fully understands what he needs to know about superpower universities. The next morning, while taking his bath, Jingming checks his stats board again. He sees that his ability points have reached 2,534, which he believes is enough to qualify him for a superpower university. Still, he wonders if the universities hold fierce beast hunting competitions. If not, he thinks he might need to include regular wilderness training in his plans to keep improving his strength. Meanwhile, outside his home, Tang Chi arrives with her aunt, Qingwan. They notice that the door is already broken, and Tang Chi becomes surprised, unsure how it happened. Since the door is open, she decides that they should give Jingming a surprise visit and walks in without knocking. Inside, Jingming comes out from the bathroom and is shocked to see them. Tang Chi and her aunt are equally stunned by his sudden appearance and the messy state of the house. Qingwan has been the one caring for Jingming ever since his parents passed away. She has stayed with him through the years, giving him both warmth and comfort like a real mother. She starts to talk about the martial arts exam explaining that she had been worried when she learned he was taking it. But now that she sees him safe and unharmed, she feels relieved. She tells him that his safety matters more than his score, and she would still be proud even if he had not passed. From her words, Jingming realizes that she has not yet heard about his achievements. He looks at Tangqi, who admits that she thought it would be better if Jingming told his aunt himself. Jingming then reveals that he actually did well in the exam, scoring over 10,000 points. Qingwan becomes so shocked that she accidentally spits out her drink. Jingming quickly hands her a serviette to clean up. For a moment, Qingwan is speechless. She cannot believe that their Shu family now has a true successor. In her heart, she knows Jingming's late parents would be proud of him. Tears fill her eyes as she hugs him tightly, full of joy and relief. At the same time, in a distant university, the professors and exam officials discuss Jingming's results. They are astonished that someone with an E-class natural type ability like weak electricity could achieve such an incredible score. Some of them doubt the report and wonder if it is real, suggesting that if the score is genuine, they should try to recruit him immediately. A few others argue that based on his performance, his ability cannot possibly be E-class. It must be at least A-class or even S-class. They also find it strange that someone from a small place like Zhengcheng could outperform everyone else, making some of them suspect that irregular means might have been used during the exam, even though cheating or impersonation is rare. However, one woman among them suggests keeping Jingming temporarily listed as an S-class special recruit until the truth is confirmed. She volunteers to travel to Zhengcheng herself to investigate and verify whether Jingming's astonishing score is genuine or not. Just when Jingming finally proves his strength, a mysterious investigator from one of the top universities sets out to uncover the truth behind his unbelievable score. Is Jingming's power really beyond S-class? Or is there something even greater awakening inside him? Don't miss what happens next in The Rise of the Lightning Awakener. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next chapter recap.